Hello, good evening, everyone. Am I audible? Can you guys hear me? If you can,
Yes,
maybe
sir.
you can show me thumbs up. Okay, great. Okay, so everyone, excited for today's session because I am very excited. This is something that I really admire, about technology, that every day something new is coming in this space, and it's always good that you keep learning whatever new things come in area of technology. So today's session is dedicated to technology. Explore the wonders of AI. AI is called artificial intelligence. Can anybody tell me what is the meaning of artificial intelligence? Anyone? What do you mean by Jignesh? Artificial intelligence? What is this term artificial?
Vignesh.
Jignesh had raised the hand. Tell me.
Okay. Varenya.
So, sir, in my point of view, AI means the technology or the computers and everything that is in computers. Actually, it is called, in my point of view, artificial intelligence.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Let's go to Soumya.
I think that artificial intelligence means that, before when humans invented robots, they could not think by their own self. But nowadays, the robots are more developed and think and have intelligence by their own.
Wow. I think you guys know so much. मुझे भी ट्यूशन चाहिए आप सबसे, ठीक है? Okay, चलो let's move forward. We'll start today's session because today we have an expert with us. So it's better that we reach out to him and he will explain each and everything to us. So you have an opportunity where you can ask questions even if you don't know anything about it. अगर आपको इसके बारे में कुछ भी नहीं पता है तब भी आपको घबराना नहीं है, ठीक है? आपको इसका बेसिक से लेकर जितना कुछ हो सकता है वो आपको आज बताया जाएगा. Okay, so let's start. Be excited and see, we started this camp journey by Swamiji's thought on one idea. You remember? Very first day we had this teaching that take up one idea, make that one idea your life. So this idea, today's idea, so we have very special guest, Dr. Kushal Shah, who will help us unlock the wonders of AI, artificial intelligence, and explore the amazing possibilities this one idea of AI holds. Okay, now many of you must be aware of what AI is. Some of you don't know, don't worry. So let me just give you my definition, and then sir is here. Sir will also tell you, and a lot of things he will share with you. So when people ask that what is AI, then I see it as, like having a super smart computer brain, okay, that can understand, that can learn, that can even make decisions, just like we humans do. So in this session, Dr. Shah will show us how AI is used in our everyday lives. And there are so many things that we already use in our day-to-day life. ठीक है, तो वो हमें बताएंगे क्या क्या चीजें हम कर सकते हैं और क्या क्या चीजें एआई के थ्रू हो सकती हैं, क्या क्या चीजें होंगी आने वाले समय में, और ऐसी ऐसी चीजें जो हम लोग इमेजिन भी नहीं कर सकते वो सब एआई के थ्रू होंगी. So it's a technology basically. So AI is nothing but a technology, and whenever human beings they get technology, they get empowered. जैसे टेक्नोलॉजी मिलती है तो क्या होता है, पावर आ जाती है. पहले हमारे पास एक सेलफोन, एक टेलीफोन हुआ करता था, वायर से चलता था. फिर वो धीरे धीरे हमने एवोल्यूशन देखा था ना अपने इसमें ओरिएंटेशन सेशन में, कि फर्स्ट फोन दैट वाज इन्वेंटेड बाय ग्रैम बेल, वहां से लेकर ये स्मार्टफोन जो हमारे पास है आजकल, ये कैसे इवॉल्व हुए हैं. तो जैसे जैसे वो एवोल्यूशन आया है वैसे वैसे ह्यूमन बींग्स के पास पावर आई है. टुडे वी हैव power to, you know, get all the knowledge and information. एक फिंगर टिप पे हम ढूंढ सकते हैं, ये पावर हमारे पास है, पहले नहीं थी। पहले जब हमें एक मैसेज दूसरी जगह भेजना पड़ता था तो उसमें बहुत टाइम लगता था, तो तब हम पावरफुल नहीं थे। अब कम्युनिकेशन का फ्लो बहुत तेज से होता है, तो नाउ वी आर पावरफुल। सो टेक्नोलॉजी empowers us, always remember. And when technology empowers us, when we become powerful, when any kind of power we receive, the first thing is to learn each and everything about that power, everything. उसके क्या बेनिफिट हैं, उसके क्या नुकसान है, वो हमें सब समझना चाहिए। और जब हम उसके एक्सपर्ट बन जाएं तब उसका एथिकल यूज़ करना चाहिए, उसको समाज के सही कामों के लिए यूज़ करना चाहिए, उसे हमेशा कभी ऐसे नहीं कि अपने फ़ायदे के लिए यूज़ करना है। सो दैट इज़ व्हाट वी आर लर्निंग फ्रॉम everyday's teaching when Swami Vivekananda is telling us, use your wisdom to differentiate between what is the right way of using whatever power you get. Okay, so let's welcome sir. I would like to wait a second. Okay, so Dr. Shah is an alumnus of IIT Madras, one of the top engineering institutes in India. He has previously served as a faculty member at prestigious institutions like IIT Delhi and Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, IISER Bhopal. With his extensive academic background, he has deep insights into the world of AI and its practical applications. But that's not all. Dr. Shah has also worked into exciting startups as a principal data scientist. Imagine being a part of such innovative companies and solving real world problems using AI. So his expertise and hands-on experience in the industry make him the perfect guide to uncover this mystery of AI. Everywhere when we see on social media, everyone is talking about AI. What is that AI? Okay, so he will unveil that mystery for us. In addition to his professional achievement, Dr. Shah is passionate about education. He now works as an educational consultant, helping students like you learn AI and machine learning. He also assists educational institutions in implementing outcome-based education, ensuring that learning experiences are meaningful and impactful. Outcome-based education. So he's also running his own YouTube channel, where if you explore his YouTube channel, you will get to know 360 dimension of education. A lot of things he is talking about. Okay. So with this vast knowledge, practical expertise, and passion for education, we are very fortunate to have him share his wisdom with us at Vivekashala camp. So are you guys ready to be inspired and empowered as we going deep into the wonders of AI together? Are you guys excited? If you're excited, then you can raise your or give your emotions like thumbs up, hello, hi, by giving hearts and all. Okay, so I would like to give this forum to sir now. And before we start the session, I mean, in your WhatsApp group, I had already rolled one message that you have to carry notebook and pen. Okay, so it's an opportunity for all of us that we are going to get deep insight and something very valuable today. So please keep your notebook and pen ready. Okay? चलो, अगर आप लोग नहीं लेके आए हो तो अभी जाके भाग के लेके आ जाओ, फटाफट जाओ, जल्दी जल्दी आ जाओ, देखते हैं हम कौन कौन लेके आ रहा है. Okay, I am closing this window now and sir will take from here.
Shall I start?
Just a second, sir.
Okay.
I think screen is closed now, right? The screen that I was sharing.
Yes, sir, it is closed.
Okay.
IQ अब दिख रहा है, ये शायद आपका वीडियो है और
Okay. Let me just give you a spotlight.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for the kind introduction and hello friends. I am very excited to be with you today. I wish we were doing this in person, but it is online, so never mind. So today we are going to talk about AI, artificial intelligence, but it may sound like a very big term, but don't worry about it. We are going to keep it simple. My objective is that every single student who is in this session should take away something concrete out of this session. At the end of the session, if somebody asks you what is artificial intelligence, you should be able to give a very clear and precise answer to that person. So before beginning, let me ask you a simple question. And once again, this is going to be an interactive session. I am going to ask you questions, every 5 minutes. And, you can also ask me questions, which I'll be happy to answer. We will have a Q&A session at the end of the session also. But, in the middle also, if you want to say something, if you want to ask something, please do feel free to do that. Okay. So let me just share my screen. Can you see my screen? Can somebody confirm?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we can see.
Okay, great. So guys, before we get into artificial intelligence, let's take a step back and understand what is science. आप लोगों ने साइंस के बारे में तो शायद सुना होगा, पढ़ा होगा स्कूल में. साइंस के बारे में बहुत सारी चीजें जानते होगे, शायद सोलर सिस्टम के बारे में पढ़ा होगा. You may have read of other things. So can somebody try to tell me in very simple words, without getting into anything complicated, what do you understand by the word science? And why is science so important for human beings? You can either type your answer in the chat box, or if you want to speak, that also can be enabled. So can somebody...
Okay, who is raising hand? Shrishti is raising hand. Shrishti Yadav. Okay, Samarth, you speak.
Sir, science is all about the science is a subject which tell us about the physical and the logical things for us.
Very good. Anybody else?
Nidhi-jita.
Sir, and it is also helpful for us because we have done so much discoveries in the science. For example, we are having this meeting in the Zoom platform because of science only.
Excellent.
Because we have discovered network.
Very good.
Science is the study of facts.
Okay, very nice. Anybody else? One last person.
Devansh.
Sir, the meaning of science or technology is make in science only. All things how to make this thing is written in science. We can make any chemical, any technology if we have learned the science.
Very good. Excellent. So I am going to summarize what you all said and also add something to it. So as you all rightly said, science is the study of the physical world. हमारे चारों तरफ जो भी physical world है, earth है, sun है, moon है, table है, chair है, stones है, rocks है, इन सबका study comes under science. However, just studying what is existing is not enough. We also need to be able to make predictions. क्या मतलब है? इसका मतलब ये है, the solar system tells you that there is a sun and there are 9 planets. Okay, and the planets are going around the sun. However, it is not enough to just say that planets are going around the sun. We also need to be able to predict that where will the Earth be after 25 days? Where will Jupiter be after 95 days? So that prediction is very important. And the idea of being able to predict in a quantitative and precise manner is very important. आप लोगों ने एस्ट्रोलॉजी के बारे में सुना होगा, ज्योतिष शास्त्र के बारे में सुना होगा, प्रेडिक्शन सब लोग करते हैं, राइट? घर में भी आप लोग जब बात करते होंगे, यू प्रेडिक्ट कि जब क्रिकेट मैच देखते हो तो विराट कोहली सेंचुरी मारेगा कि नहीं मारेगा, सब लोग प्रेडिक्ट करते हैं कि नहीं है? आप लोग बोलोगे कि नहीं आज विराट कोहली सेंचुरी मारेगा, शायद आपके पापा बोलेंगे नहीं 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 आज कोहली नहीं मारेगा, धोनी मारेगा. सो दैट इज ऑल्सो प्रेडिक्शन, बट दैट इज नॉट साइंस, क्योंकि वहां पे इट इज मोर बेस्ड ऑन इंट्यूशन एंड इमोशन. ओके, but when you make prediction very precisely using quantitative equations, then that becomes a part of science. Okay, so the first point that you need to remember, and please write down in your notebook. अभी जो सर ने बोला आपको नोटबुक और पेन अपने पास में रखना है. सो पहला पॉइंट आप ये लिखो, साइंस इज अबाउट मेकिंग predictions using quantitative approach. Okay, that is the first aspect of science, to be able to make prediction using a quantitative and precise approach. Okay, simple. Science में of course और भी बहुत सारा complication है, but this is like a very simple answer that we can use for our purpose. अब जब हम prediction की बात करते हैं, so there are three kinds of problems that actually we come across. Okay, so let us understand what are those three kinds of problems. Notebook mein likh lo, there are three kinds of problems that we come across when we have to make prediction. Okay, so now in your chat box, Manini is asking me to repeat. So Manini, science is about making predictions in a quantitative and precise manner. Okay, let me also type it in the chat box so that everybody will get it. Please also note this down in your notebook. Science is the process of making predictions about the natural world in a okay, so I have typed in the chat box. You can copy it in your notebook. Now let us try to understand what are these different kinds of predictions that we can make. Okay, I'm typing a question in your chat box. Let me know if you can tell me the answer. Okay, please see the question in your chat box and you can type the answer in your chat box itself. Very good, excellent, excellent. Lot of people have figured out that the answer is 10. Very simple question, right? That I have given you 2, 4, 6, 8. So the next number will be 10. Let me give you another one. One more question in your oh sorry, I typed only two. Let me send it to everybody. Yes, so now I have 8 minutes. It is going to only one person. Yeah, now everybody should be able to see the question. The next question is in your chat box. Can you predict what is the next number? 32. Fantastic. So I gave you a sequence 2, 4, 8, 16, and you were able to figure out that the pattern is power of 2, right? 2 power 1 is 2, then 2 power 2 is 4, then 2 power 3 is 8, and so on. So this kind of prediction problem falls in the first category, which is you are able to predict and you know the process of prediction, है ना? कि आपने प्रेडिक्ट किया कि नेक्स्ट नंबर जो होगा वो 32 होगा और आपको ये भी मालूम है कि वो 32 क्यों होगा. उसका रीजन क्या है? दैट the first number is 2 power 0, next number is 2 power 1, then 2 power 2, then 2 power 3, and so on. So you were able to find out the actual pattern in the data using which you could predict. Okay, so let me also write this in the chat box so that everybody can understand. So problem type 1, which is you are able to make the prediction and you are also aware of the pattern in the data. Okay, so this is the first type of problem. Okay, that you are able to make the prediction and you are also aware of the pattern in the data. This is the first kind of prediction problem that we come across. Okay, very good. So now let us look at the second type of problem. Do you see this image on your screen? Can you tell me what this is? You can type in your chat box. This is a dog. Excellent, Shivanshu. Excellent, Ananya, Rebecca, Rudra. Very good. This is a dog. Now let me show you another image. What is this? This is a cat. Very good. So you were able to identify a dog and a cat immediately in just a few seconds without any delay. Okay. Now let us imagine a situation. Okay. मान लो कि आपका किसी एलियन से मुलाकात हो गया है ना, हो सकता है, क्यों नहीं हो सकता है. Suppose someday, you were strolling on some inner lawn and you got to meet an alien who has never seen a dog. And he asks you, can you define what a dog is? Do you understand my question? So right now I showed you this image and you were able to very quickly identify that this is a dog. But if an alien comes who has never seen a dog, and if he asks you, can you define what a dog looks like? How will you define? Rebecca has written 4 leg, but cat का भी 4 leg होता है, cow का भी 4 leg होता है. तो आप कैसे dog को define करोगे? Dog is cute. Okay, yeah, dog is cute. That is true. But there are a lot of other things also which are cute. So how will you define what a dog is? Does anybody want to answer either in chat or by speaking? Anika writes, dog is a type of animal that exists in earth and it has sharp teeth and it has 4 legs and it barks. Okay, barking is good, but that involves sound. So here we have only an image. We don't have sound. Just by looking at the image, how will you identify that it is a dog? Samarth wants to say something. Yeah, Samarth, please go ahead. Samarth, please unmute yourself. Yeah, yes, Samarth, go on.
Sir, a dog is a creature with having 4 legs, and people take that creature as a pet or to guard themselves.
Okay, so let's say you only have the image of a dog, nothing else. Then how will you describe?
That
Only using the image.
That sir, he's a creature with 4 legs and having, sir, there could be some similar more creatures like a dog.
Exactly. Very good, Samar. That is the problem. Cat also has 4 legs, right? Cow also has 4 legs. Tiger also has 4 legs, right? So that is a problem that we have, that there is a set of problems that we can solve. If I showed you a dog image, you know exactly it is a dog. If I show you a cat image, you know exactly it is a cat. But if I ask you to describe a dog, or if I ask you to describe a cat unambiguously, then you can't do that. Nobody can do that. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप छोटे बच्चे हैं तो आप नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. मैं भी नहीं कर सकता. Even if you take the best scientist on the planet, even he or she cannot do that. Okay. So this is something very important to understand, that this is a second class of problem, which is that there is this class of problem, second class of problem, which humans can solve, but they are not aware of the pattern they are using to solve the problem. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand? यहाँ पे डॉग और कैट का इमेज मैंने आपको दिखाया, आपने तुरंत पहचान लिया कौन सा डॉग है कौन सा कैट है. बट अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं कि आपने कैसे जाना कि ये डॉग है और आपने कैसे जाना कि वो कैट है, तो आप मुझे नहीं बता पाओगे और मैं भी आपको नहीं बता पाऊंगा. ऐसा नहीं कि आप छोटे हो तो आप नहीं बता पा रहे हो, मैं भी आपको नहीं बता सकता, कोई भी नहीं बता सकता. इवन इफ यू टेक द Albert Einstein also, even he cannot tell that what is a dog and what is a cat. Okay, so this is problem type 2, which I am typing in the chat box, and you should write it down. Okay, so problem type 2, which is problems which can be solved by most humans, but for which we are not aware of the pattern. Okay, so this is problem type 2, that we can solve this problem. If you give me a dog image, I know it is a dog. If you give me a cat image, I know it is a cat. If you give me a tiger image, I know it is a tiger. But I do not know what is the pattern that I used to solve the problem. ये बहुत important बात है, इसको अच्छे से समझ लो, ठीक है ना? कि हर problem जो हम solve कर सकते हैं, जरूरी नहीं है कि हमें पता है कि हमने कैसे solve किया. All right, any questions so far? Do you understand? Yes, yes, Hari, there is a comment message by Hariyanka, and that is very true. She says basically humans can make the prediction easily, but they don't know how to explain, or they are not aware of the pattern. Exactly, that is the problem. Arav, that is Arav's question is very interesting. Arav is asking, how did we name the dog when we did not know the meaning of it? That is a very good question, Arav. And the answer is that we do not know. So that is an ongoing research problem. Scientists are working on it, and we do not know the answer, unfortunately. That how did we identify that it is a dog? We do not know. Nobody knows, you know, that ki wo kyon dog hai, kyon cat hai. Okay, very good. So problem 1 is जहां पे आप सॉल्व कर पा रहे हैं और आपको पैटर्न भी पता है. प्रॉब्लम 2, जहां पे आप सॉल्व कर पा रहे हैं बट आपको पैटर्न नहीं पता है. नाउ वी कम टू प्रॉब्लम टाइप 3. ओके, नाउ टुडे इज ट्यूसडे. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू आर प्लानिंग टू गो फॉर अ पिकनिक ऑन सैटरडे और संडे? कौन कौन जा रहे हो पिकनिक वीकेंड पे? बताओ मेरे को. सीरियसली पूछ रहा हूँ भाई, कोई तो जा रहा होगा, सब लोग घर पे बोर थोड़ी होंगे. कोई नहीं जा रहा.
Kritigya is writing he is going or she is going.
Srishti is going. Okay, Nehal is going. Very good. तो जो लोग पिकनिक पे जा रहे हैं, Manini is also going. Very good. तो जो लोग पिकनिक पे जा रहे हैं, for going to a picnic, for the picnic to be successful, you have to ensure that the weather is good on that day. Yes or no? आपको अगर पिकनिक पे जाना है और अगर उस दिन बारिश हो गई तो आपका तो सारा प्लान खराब हो जाएगा, है कि नहीं? तो उसके लिए जब आप पिकनिक पे प्लान कर रहे हो तो आप क्या करते हो? आप वेदर प्रेडिक्शन का वेबसाइट चेक करते हो या फिर ऐप चेक करते हो, राइट? सो दिस इज फॉर एग्जांपल अ वेबसाइट कॉल्ड AccuWeather दैट गिव्स यू प्रेडिक्शन अबाउट द वेदर. ओके, यहाँ पे मैं अभी भोपाल मध्य प्रदेश में हूँ, तो मैंने भोपाल मध्य प्रदेश का वेदर प्रेडिक्शन देखा है. एंड इफ यू लुक एट दिस वेदर प्रेडिक्शन, व्हाट डज इट से? On 13th of June, which is today, it is partly cloudy. Tomorrow it will be partly, slightly less cloudy, then again slightly less cloudy. 16th, 17th, there may be some thunderstorm. 18th, there may be some cloudy. 20th, there may be some rain. So this is a website that does weather prediction. अब मान लो अगर ये वेबसाइट अगर नहीं होती, वेबसाइट तो ये पिछले 10, 15, 20 सालों में आई है. Let's say earlier, when your parents were small, let's say, जब भी आप जैसे अभी छोटे से हो, जब आपके पेरेंट्स जब इतने छोटे से होंगे तो सोचो वो लोग कैसे प्रेडिक्शन करते होंगे, राइट? सो दिस काइंड ऑफ प्रेडिक्शन वाज नॉट पॉसिबल अर्लियर, है ना? कि पुराने जमाने में जब ये मशीन लर्निंग और एआई जब नहीं था, तब ये प्रेडिक्शन नहीं कर पाते थे. गेस कर सकते हो, ऑफ कोर्स यू कैन ऑफ कोर्स गेस, बट प्रिसाइज प्रेडिक्शन करना पहले पॉसिबल ही नहीं था. दिस हैज बिकम पॉसिबल ओनली नाउ, है ना? सो दिस इज प्रॉब्लम टाइप 3, when human beings cannot make the prediction and they are of course not aware of the pattern also. So problem type 3 is when humans cannot make the predictions because the problem is too complicated. अरे यार वो फिर एक आदमी को चला गया. Let me type it again. Okay. Problem type 3, that when humans cannot make the prediction because the problem is too complicated. Okay. So what did you learn today? That science is about being able to make predictions in a quantitative and precise manner. And there are 3 types of problems for which we make predictions. पहला पार्ट है जहां पे हमें प्रेडिक्शन करना आता है और हमें पैटर्न भी पता है. दूसरा पार्ट जहां पे हम प्रेडिक्ट कर पा रहे हैं डॉग और कैट, बट हमें पैटर्न नहीं पता है, हम डॉग को डिफाइन नहीं कर सकते. और तीसरा पार्ट जब हम प्रेडिक्शन भी नहीं कर पा रहे हैं बिकॉज द डेटा इज वेरी वेरी लार्ज. ओके, सो नाउ let us come to artificial intelligence. What is artificial intelligence? Out of the 3 type of problem which I mentioned, the first type of problem where we know the answer and we know the pattern, there you do not need artificial intelligence. That can be done by simple computer programming. Okay, आप लोगों से कुछ लोगों ने computer programming के बारे में सीखा होगा. कंप्यूटर प्रोग्रामिंग का बेसिक मतलब क्या है? दैट यू हैव अ कंप्यूटर एंड यू वांट द कंप्यूटर टू डू सम टास्क्स फॉर यू. ओके, टाइप 3 somebody is asking to send again. Let me send that again. Okay, so जो फर्स्ट प्रॉब्लम टाइप है जहां पे आपको आंसर भी पता है और आपको पैटर्न भी पता है, वहां पे एआई का जरूरत नहीं है. क्योंकि वो जो प्रॉब्लम है टाइप 1, दैट यू कैन सॉल्व जस्ट बाय यूजिंग सिंपल कंप्यूटर प्रोग्रामिंग. ओके, कंप्यूटर प्रोग्रामिंग बहुत सारे अलग अलग लैंग्वेज में लिख सकते हैं. आप जब बड़े होगे तो आप सब सीखोगे, बट द आइडिया इज दैट वो सारे प्रॉब्लम्स कंप्यूटर प्रोग्रामिंग से सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. पर जो सेकेंड टाइप ऑफ प्रॉब्लम है और जो थर्ड टाइप ऑफ प्रॉब्लम है, वहां पे हम लोग सिंपल कंप्यूटर प्रोग्रामिंग से सॉल्व नहीं कर सकते, बिकॉज इन द टाइप 2 एंड टाइप 3 वी डू नॉट नो द पैटर्न. ओके, Sanav is asking, how can you define dog and cat even if you don't know their meaning? So Sanav, I cannot. All that I know is intuitively that it is a dog or a cat, but I do not know how to define a dog or a cat. I just don't know. And it is not just I, nobody knows how to define a dog and a cat. We just have a intuitive understanding of what a dog or a cat is. We don't have a definition. All right. So ये जो second type और third type of problem है, इसको solve करने के लिए artificial intelligence की जरूरत होती है. अब ये artificial intelligence तो फिर क्या हुआ? As we know now, based on what we have learned, is that artificial intelligence is the process of making predictions in a quantitative and precise manner about things whose pattern we don't know. Do you all understand? If you know the pattern, like in the type 1 problem where I gave you 2, 4, 6, 8, where I gave you 2, 4, 8, 16, there you were able to predict and you know the pattern. So that is in computer programming. But the second question, differentiating between dog and cat, predicting the weather, this comes in the domain of artificial intelligence. So what is AI doing? It is trying to mimic how the human brain works and try to make prediction based on that. Okay, so let me type in the chat so that you can again make a note of it. So artificial intelligence is the process of making prediction in a quantitative and precise manner about phenomena where we are not explicitly aware of the underlying patterns. Okay, I've sent the chat to everybody, so you should be able to see it. Okay, so science is about making predictions, but AI is about making predictions when you are not aware of the pattern. And how do you do it? By trying to mimic how the human brain works. So how does the human brain works? We of course do not know the full answer. हमें बहुत कुछ नहीं पता है, but हमें ये पता है कि ब्रेन के अंदर में न्यूरॉन्स होते हैं, और वो न्यूरॉन्स क्या करते हैं? एक दूसरे से बात करते हैं. Neurons are connected to each other and they talk to each other. They exchange information with each other. And that is what artificial intelligence is trying to do. That it is trying to connect different neurons in the brain, but in an artificial manner, in silicon, and trying to communicate between these neurons to be able to process the answer and make the predictions. Okay, so this in nutshell is what artificial intelligence is all about. Okay, making predictions without being aware of the underlying patterns. अब ये artificial intelligence हमारे लिए जरूरी क्यों है, and what can you do at this young age? अब artificial intelligence जो है वो तो बहुत ही complex चीज है. It is a very complicated technology. To do anything in artificial intelligence, you need to learn a lot. तो अभी फिर हम स्कूल के बच्चों को क्यों बता रहे हैं AI के बारे में? क्या जरूरत है उसकी? The reason it is very important for school students to understand artificial intelligence is because artificial intelligence की जो technology है, वो तो जो है वो है, but what is more important is to learn what can you do with AI. आप जब बड़े होगे तब आप एक्चुअली AI को यूज करोगे, AI को बनाओगे, बट अभी आप क्या कर सकते हो कि अभी आप ये समझ सकते हो कि AI क्या कर सकता है, ताकि जब तक आप बड़े हो, by the time you grow up, you use that understanding to actually start building things. Do you have a question, Samarth? You raise your hand. Samarth, do you want to say something?
A lot of people are raising hands, so हम लोग last में question answer ले सकते हैं maybe.
अच्छा, ठीक है. Okay guys, so the reason that you need to know about AI is because जब आप actually AI करोगे जब आप बड़े होगे, क्योंकि उसके लिए बहुत कुछ जानना जरूरी होता है, लेकिन AI से आप क्या कर सकते हो ये आपको धीरे धीरे समझना बहुत जरूरी है. ओके, और ये इसलिए जरूरी है, to understand that I will share with you a very nice quote by Swami Vivekananda. This is taken from the complete works of Swami Vivekananda, volume 2, Practical Vedanta. So here Swamiji says something very interesting. He says that you must remember, look at the highlighted portion, you must remember that the first manifestation of this Prakriti basically means physical nature. The first manifestation of Prakriti is Mahat. Okay, and he is defining or translating this word Mahat as intelligence. Okay, so Swamiji is making a very profound statement. What Swami Vivekananda is saying is that the first and the most basic essence of nature is intelligence. Okay, and that is what scientists are now trying to do using computers. Now imagine the basic property of nature, which is intelligence, now being available through computers, which means once computers are able to truly do artificial intelligence, imagine all the amazing things that they will be able to build. Abhi computers can build only what we explicitly tell them to build. But when computers truly become intelligent, they will have this basic property of nature and be able to do things that maybe even human beings could not imagine. Okay, and that is going to be a very different world from what we live in today. and you guys are very young. By the time you grow up, you will be experiencing that world in its full glory. Okay. So if you truly want to benefit from this amazing thing that is going to come, you have to develop a very deep understanding of what is happening around you. और उसके लिए क्या करना है हमको? हमको उसके लिए अपने आसपास की चीजों को, खुद को बहुत क्लोजली ऑब्जर्व करने की जरूरत है, right? And that is what Vivekananda also stressed upon a lot. Okay, you may call it meditation, you may call it anything else, but the primary thing is observation. तो आपके आसपास जो भी हो रहा है, आपके पेरेंट्स जो कर रहे हैं, आपके घर में जो हो रहा है, या फिर आपके स्कूल में जो हो रहा है, when you let's say see some animals, when you see a river flowing, try to observe it very, very closely and try to understand what could you do with those things. How would you do those things differently if, for example, if you had access to the intelligence of machines? And that awareness, and that intelligence, once you understand, you will be able to do some truly amazing things with AI. Okay, so I will stop here, for the time being, and I will take questions. And if the questions are over, then I will tell you some more stuff about AI. But let's take a pause for now and let's take some questions.
Okay, people who want to ask question, they can raise their hand. First of all, you just remove your hands because I think these hands were already raised earlier. तो आप पहले हटा दो उनको hands बेटा, उसके बाद fresh hands raise करो, ठीक है? Yes. Okay, we will take one by one. So let me reach out to Aranyak. Aranyak, please ask your question.
Sir,
Hello,
what is octal binary?
that is not related to AI. We'll take relevant questions only.
Okay, now Rudra.
Sir, who made first AI?
Very good question, Rudra. So ये जो AI है, AI का जो बनाने का process है, ये शुरू हुआ था 1970s, 1980s में. So that time it started. Now, if you ask me who made AI, so that does not have a definite answer because there is no one person who made AI, right? So in 1970s and 1980s, which is like 40, 50 years ago, that time people started developing AI, and we are seeing signs of AI only in the last 2-3 years. So there is no single person who did it. There are a lot of people who have made a lot of contributions to this. And this AI has come into existence through an effort over the last 40, 50 years, I would say. And it is only now that we can say that, yeah, we are starting to have real AI. Uske pehle abhi tak preparation chal raha tha. All right, Rudra?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, so next name is Nidhi Jita.
Sir, what kind of study and from which level do we have to do to learn AI?
Very good. आप कौन सी क्लास में हो? In which class are you?
I am in class 5.
Class 5. Okay. Very good to know, Nidhijita. A long way to go, I must say. You are very young. So अभी आपको आपकी mathematics कैसी है? Do you like mathematics?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So the first thing that you need to learn properly is mathematics, because अगर AI में seriously कुछ करना है तो mathematics जानना बहुत जरूरी है. अभी क्या पढ़ रहे हो mathematics में आप?
हमने तो HCF, LCM, फिर the 4 operations, बहुत कुछ सीखा है.
And have you started algebra also?
No, we have started BODMAS.
Okay, so algebra I think class 6 में आएगा मेरे ख्याल से, 6 में या 7 में. So yeah, so I think what you should focus on are 2 things right now. One is mathematics and the second is logical reasoning. Logical reasoning से मेरा मतलब क्या है? That for example, I can give you a mathematics question in a very simple manner. For example, I can say, what is 5 plus 4? And you will say 9. That is a very simple, straightforward question. Or I can ask you the question in a twisted manner. I can say that, Ram has 5 mangoes, Sham has 4 apples. What is the total number of fruits? So now you have to think, okay, fruits means apples and fruits means mangoes also. So you have to do 5 plus 4 and get 9. Okay. So this second type of problems you have to solve a lot. Okay. Don't just focus on 5 plus 4 equal to 9. वो तो बहुत simple है. But try to find books and sources जहां पे आप ये logical reasoning वाला question solve कर सकते हो. उससे क्या होगा? Your thinking capabilities will increase a lot. है ना? तो अभी आपके लिए ये 2 चीज सबसे जरूरी है. Focus on learning mathematics well and focus on logical reasoning type of questions. Once you do that, then as you grow, you will learn programming, then you can learn machine learning, all that you can learn. But next 2-3 years, focus on mathematics and logical reasoning. तो मैं क्या करता था when I was in class 5 and 6, मैं class 6 का बुक खत्म करके 7 का बुक पढ़ना शुरू कर देता था. फिर जैसे I was studying from ICSE batch, so I used to solve questions also from other boards also, from CBSE board, from our state board. I used to practice problems from there also. So that also you can do, take problems from your board and finish that, and then take other books also and try to solve. उससे और भी अच्छा practice होगा आपका, है ना? So focus on mathematics and logical reasoning, these 2 things for now. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we have Ron Bikram Burman.
Hi Ron.
Yes, sir.
बताओ.
Sir, do you make robots or AI?
Robots are
An AI?
app or ad?
Robots and AI?
I think he is trying to say that, do you make robots using AI?
Robots using AI? No, Ron, I don't make robots using AI. I am a software person, so I make algorithms using AI. I don't make robots, but some of my friends make robots. That is true. Do you have a specific question on robots?
No, sir.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, we have Reyansh.
Hi, Riyansh.
Hello, sir. Sir, I wanted to ask that who was the first person who invented first talking and walking robot?
That I will have to ask Google. I don't remember that. ये Google से पूछना पड़ेगा. अभी पूछ सकते हैं. What was your question? Who made the first talking and walking robot? Let's see what Google says. Okay, so Google says it was William Gray Walter of Burden Neurological Institute. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
And sir, I have created a website. Can I also show you that?
Oh, yeah, please. Definitely. You can share your screen.
No, sir. Sir, it says that host has disabled participant screen sharing.
Wait, Reyansh.
Okay.
Yes, now you can.
Awesome. Very interesting. How did you make this?
Sir, I made this using Wix.
Very good. Who told you about Wix?
Sir, my friend told me about Wix. That Wix is a platform where I can build websites. So my website is about a project called Destined. It is a space product where we will harvest all the energy from sun, which will be further used to create Mars bases, moon bases, and even go to other galaxies.
Awesome. Very nice. This looks very cool.
Thank you, sir.
Very good. Very good work.
So these are the 3 things which we need to build a Dyson sphere: materials, design, and energy. I have written a paragraph for all 3 of these.
Very cool.
And some video and posters for more better understanding.
Arey wah, ye poster, did you make the posters or did you get it from internet?
No, sister, I got it from internet.
Very good. Very good. Try making the poster also yourself. That will be even more cool.
Okay, sir. And sir, there's also an about page.
Okay. What is there over here?
Sir, I've written a small paragraph about us that what this website is trying to convey to the audience and what this website is basically made up of.
Very good. You should write your name also over here, na?
Yes, sir, I will write that.
If you have made the website, you should write your name, which school you study, in which class you are. You should write that.
Okay, sir.
Very good work, Ron. Very good. Thank
Sir, sir, I have written those in the contact page. My
अच्छा. Okay. यहाँ पे phone number and phone number, I don't know if you want to give.
Sir,
But
I have given the phone number.
your name is not there.
Sir, my name is in the Gmail ID. I have given a Gmail ID.
अच्छा, Gmail ID is there. Okay. Very good. Very good, Ron. Very good.
So my name is Diansh.
Oh, Riyan, sorry, Riyan, sorry. Very good work, Riyan. Sorry. Very good. Thank you.
Lovely, very crisp presentation, Rayansh.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone else would like to showcase something? Just like Rayansh, any app, any game?
Rudra is saying, I tried to make an AI, but I failed. I would like to know more. Rudra, what did you do?
Yeah, Rudra, where is Rudra? Rudra, raise your hand so that we can allow you and you can ask questions directly. Okay, Rudra is here. Okay, Rudra, ask your question.
Sir, I made an AI in Python, but sir, it was saying that your program is not valid.
Can you please tell me what did you try to do? You can
Sir,
also show your screen if you want.
I tried to make an Alexa in home.
Can you share your screen if you want? Show me the program.
Sir, it failed.
Nick, can you show me the program?
Do you have your laptop with you right now, Rudra?
No, sir.
Okay.
अच्छा, ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. You send it to me later on. You
Okay,
can
sir.
take my email ID from sir and you can send it to me later on. I will help you definitely.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Good to know you are trying.
Any other name? Let's go to Larika is also raising hand. Hand तो बहुत लोगों ने raise किया.
Sir, how do we basically make an AI?
Yeah, so that's a that's a complicated question. आप कौन सी class में हो? Which class are you?
Sir, class 7th.
Class 7. And have you done any programming?
Sir, Python.
Okay, very good. Python में आपने for loop वगैरह लिखा है?
No, sir, just introduction.
Introduction. Okay, no problem. So the idea is, how do you make AI? I will try to give you a simple answer which you can understand hopefully. So here, did you understand the example about dog and cat that I gave in the session?
Yes, sir.
What did you understand? Can you tell me?
Sir, that we basically know what is a cat and a dog, but we cannot explain that what is the difference between them.
Exactly. So now, in your life, can you tell me how many dogs you would have seen? Roughly, approximately, not exactly, approximately. 10, 20, 100, 200.
Sir, 1 million almost.
You have seen? How is that possible? 1 million dogs तो शायद होंगे ही नहीं आपके city में. You may have seen a few hundred, maybe not more than that. So, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So now the thing is that the human mind is able to figure out the difference between dog and cat just by seeing a few examples. If I showed you 1 or 2 dogs or maybe 10 dogs, I don't have to show you anymore. You know what a dog is, you know what a cat is, and you can differentiate. But for a computer, just seeing 10 dogs is not enough. Okay. So now if you want to develop an AI to differentiate between dog and cat, you actually need thousands of images of dogs and thousands of images of cats, and you feed that into your algorithm. So algorithm क्या होता है? Algorithm is a process of doing tasks on a computer, and these images of dogs and cats which you are using is called data. And the process of learning is called training. Okay, जैसे आप train करते हो, if you have a pet, you would know, you train a dog to do some tasks.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, you can train an algorithm also to learn to differentiate between a dog and a cat. Okay.
Yes,
So I
sir.
will not go into the algorithms because they are very complicated, but the process is that you have a certain algorithm which can be trained to differentiate between a dog and a cat. And how do you train? You take thousands of images of dogs and thousands of images of cats and feed that into the algorithm. And using those images as data, the algorithm can learn how to do the prediction. All right.
Yes, sir.
So there are three processes, three steps. One is you need to have an algorithm. Second, you need to have data. Third, you need the training process. When these three things are combined, then you have what is called AI, which can then do the task on which it was trained. अब यहाँ पे समझने की बात क्या है? If you have trained the algorithm to identify image of dog and cat, it will do only that. It will not identify a donkey or a tiger or a elephant. It will not do that. अगर आपने उसको dog और cat पे train किया है तो वो dog और cat ही identify करेगा. If you wanted to identify an elephant or a giraffe or a tiger, you have to then train it once again on that data.
Okay, sir.
Right?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank
And sir,
you.
I have another question.
Yes.
Sir, how do we feed the AI into robots?
Right. So actually feeding का कोई मतलब नहीं है, because see, what is a robot? A robot is basically a physical device which is controlled by a computer program. है ना?
Yes, sir.
So like you have your brain is there, you have lot of different organs in your body. The heart is there, liver is there, and the brain is controlling all of those organs, right?
Yes, sir.
उसी तरीके से the robot has a certain device which has the algorithm inside that device, and then that device controls everything else that happens in the robot. है ना? जैसे हमारा ब्रेन है जो यहाँ पे स्कल के अंदर में बैठा हुआ है, वैसे ही रोबोट में भी एक डिवाइस होता है जिसमें वो एल्गोरिदम मौजूद होता है. So currently are you joining using a laptop or a phone?
Sir, a laptop.
So the laptop has a processor
Yes, sir.
and it has a hard disk.
Yes, sir.
The same thing is there in the robot also. So the robot also has a processor. The robot also has a hard disk. So the algorithm will be stored in the hard disk, and there will be a processor which will be doing all the processing and deciding what the robot has to do.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So, can we take more names, because people have started raising?
Yeah. We can take some questions from the chat. There is a question,
Yes.
Madhav sir,
That's
I want to learn coding. Madhav, in which class are you? Madhav Arora.
Madhav, raise hand so that we can identify. Okay, Madhav, you can unmute yourself, Madhav.
Yes, sir. I am in class 8th.
Class 8.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you have learned basic algebra, I believe, quadratic equation.
Yes, sir. I have learned in mathematics.
And have you learned simultaneous equations also?
Sir, no.
Okay, no problem. So Madhav, what I will suggest is that, so do you have coding in your school syllabus in 9th or 10th?
No, sir.
Okay, Madhav, no problem. So what I will do is that I will share a link with the IQF organizers, and you can get the link from them. Is that all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Then can AI hack us? Soumya has a very interesting question. Soumya, would you like to give us some context? What made you think about this question? Did you see some show on TV or something? Soumya Singh.
Soumya Singh. Okay, Soumya, unmute yourself better.
Like sometimes whenever for example, we are downloading a game and it says that you are you have to send some ID and these things, and these things are controlled by AI. So can these things hack us?
Yeah, Soumya, in which class are you?
In 5th class.
5th class. Very good question, Soumya. You are very intelligent. So it is of course possible that the AI can hack us. It is not impossible. So here, what you need to ensure is that when you download a game or when you visit any website, you have to make sure that it is from a trusted source. Okay, that is very, very important. So if you download the game from a good source like a Google Play Store or Apple, Play Store, then you can be sure that the AI will not hack you. But if you visit a website from a problematic source, or if you download an app from a problematic source, then definitely the AI can hack you. Okay, so you have to be very careful about the source of the app or the website that you are using. If you are using it from a trusted source, then you don't have to worry about it.
As yesterday I saw an ad of MathPed. It was an app for level up your math skills. So I downloaded that app. It was asking for ID and other things.
And that is okay, but where did you download it from?
Google.
If you download it from Google Play Store, then you don't have to worry. Then it is fine. All right.
Okay.
Okay, Soumya. Thank you. And we have a question from Anika Prasad. If we can't explain these things to ourselves with a proper, how did we teach AI to recover? So Anika, can you please unmute yourself? Anika Prasad.
Anika, are you there? Anika, yes, she is here. She has raised a hand. So you can mute yourself.
Sir, I wanted to ask that you told us the problem number 2, where things we can't explain them. We know the answer, but we can't explain them ourselves with proper distinguishing features. So there are some apps or applications or platforms where we see that AI is able to recognize these things. So how do we teach AI to recognize this, even if we cannot explain these things properly?
Very, very good question, Anika. That's a very intelligent question. In which class are you? Anika, in which class do you study?
I study in class 6.
Class 6. Okay, very good question, Anika. So now the idea is that I mentioned to you about computer programming. So, and I also mentioned to you about 3 types of problems, right? Problem 1 was where you know the solution and you know the pattern, है ना? तो जो conventional computer programming है, the conventional way of writing computer programs, in that case, if you want the computer to do something, then you have to explicitly specify the steps involved in solving the problem. But over the last 30-40 years, computer scientists have found a process by which you can teach the computer to do things that you yourself don't know how to do. Now, this may sound like magic, कि ये कैसे possible है, but it is possible. And to give you a simple answer, the actual answer is very complicated and requires a lot of high-level mathematics. But to give a simple answer, as I mentioned, how is our brain doing anything? Of course, again, the details are very complicated, but the simple answer is that our brain has a lot of neurons which are connected to each other. Okay, so these neurons, they talk to each other and they exchange information about the things that you're observing. Okay, so this process has been mimicked in an algorithm. So now when you have an AI algorithm, you do not have to tell it what to do. All that you have to tell it is that जैसे कि if we take the dog and cat example, all that you need to tell it is that here are 1 million dog images, here are 1 million cat images. Now you take these images and you yourself figure out how will you segregate between them, how will you classify between them. And surprisingly, the algorithm is able to do that with a very high accuracy. So what the AI algorithm has learned to do this classification between dog and cat, we actually don't know. Like we don't know how we are doing the identification of dog and cat. We actually don't know how the AI algorithm is also doing it. We actually don't know. What we have figured out is a way of training the algorithm, which is similar to how the human brain works. And that has given AI the power that it has. I know it's a slightly complicated answer, but the question is also complicated. So again, just to repeat myself, the short answer is that you actually don't have to know the process to train an AI algorithm, because we have figured out how to feed data into the algorithm and make the algorithm learn on its own without us telling it what to learn and what not to learn. Does that make sense, Anika, to some extent at least? Anika?
Yes, sir.
I know it is confusing. You will understand better when you grow up, but yeah, this is the best I can do right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it is confusing for a lot of us.
yeah, it is. AI is complicated.
Yes. And what I'll recommend here, that because this session is going really great, so the recording of this session, I think these kids can watch it over and over again to understand.
Sure,
it
sure. And we can also like have a, maybe a WhatsApp chat or something. I am happy to answer questions there also.
राइट राइट बहुत सारे बच्चे जो हैं सेकेंड विंडो में वो कैमरा ऑन किया हुआ है उन्होंने, बट दे डोंट हैव एनी क्वेश्चन एक्चुअली. तो उसमें से कई बच्चे असम रीजन से भी आते हैं, कई बच्चे और भी रीजन से आते हैं, तो उनसे भी मैं कुछ पूछूंगा कि अगर उन्हें कुछ भी क्वेश्चन पूछना है रिलेटेड टू टेक्नोलॉजी, नॉट जस्ट एआई, अबाउट कंप्यूटर, अबाउट एनीथिंग, दे कैन आस्क.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, या प्लीज डू दैट.
बच्चे को कुछ भी पूछना है, कुछ बेसिक क्वेश्चन भी पूछना है, तो अपने भी हैंड रेज कर सकते हैं. आपको कुछ भी जानना है टेक्नोलॉजी के बारे में, एंड नॉट जस्ट अबाउट टेक्नोलॉजी, सर हैज अ वास्ट डोमेन ऑफ नॉलेज. ठीक है, तो अगर आपको कुछ जानना है तो इट्स गुड अपॉर्चुनिटी, मौका मत गवाओ. चलो अभी हैंड रेज करके पूछो सर से अगर किसी को कुछ पूछना है. अभी एक नाम, चलो 2 नाम आ गए हैं. वी हैव शोभा जेशी. यस शोभा, बताओ क्या पूछना है.
Sir, I want to ask that that is in our computer book. There is one app is or one system is there. Its name EEPROM. What is the meaning of EEPROM?
EEPROM. What is the spelling?
EPROM.
देखना पड़ेगा. I don't remember exactly. I'll have to look. You can send me a screenshot of the book on WhatsApp. I'll get back to you.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we have one name, but ये name आपको change करना होगा because ये ओप्पो लिखा हुआ है. अच्छा, we have निहारिका तोमर. निहारिका, what do you want to ask? पूछो बेटा. Niharika, we can't hear you.
स्टार कैसे साइन होता है?
Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. My power went off.
I think we have lost him. तो उनका नेट शायद मेरे ख्याल से चला गया. तो सर will come back. Okay. Let me just reach out to him, help him out.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. Once again,
Niharika, what was your question, Niharika?
स्टार कैसे साइन करता है?
क्या कैसे काम करता है?
सर स्टार कैसे साइन करता है?
Star.
कैसे
You are talking about
sign
the stars in the sky.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so stars में nuclear fusion होता है. So there are these atoms which are there in the star. Star में क्या होता है? बहुत high amount of pressure और temperature होता है. So because of that, there is fusion process that goes on, and that emits light. जिसके वजह से we get to see the stars, and the sun also works by that process only. So yeah, the answer is nuclear fusion. Yeah.
Okay. Manthan.
Sir, how to upload information in Google?
You don't have to upload any information to Google. So Google क्या करता है कि every day it goes and crawls the entire internet and finds out how many new websites have been made. अभी आज के session में Reyansh or somebody had shown you a website that he made using Wix. So what happens is that the moment any new website is available on the internet, Google automatically crawls and finds out that the website is there. And next time when somebody does any search which is relevant to that website will come up in the search result. तो आपको Google में कुछ upload करने की जरूरत नहीं है. As soon as you create any new website, automatically Google will come to know about it.
Okay, thank you, sir. I have one question more.
Sure.
Sir, what are atoms?
What are
Atoms?
atoms? Okay, so everything that you see. आप कौन से class में? Which class are you? Fifth class. Okay. Have you? Okay. So atoms. So everything that you see in front of you, that is made up of atoms. So what do I mean by that? So आपके सामने में क्या रखा हुआ है? Tell me, what is in front of you? What do you see in front of you? Hello?
Bottle. Water bottle.
Water bottle?
He's showing
Okay.
water bottle.
Acha, okay. I can't see the video. So
Okay.
So now if you take the water bottle, it is made up of perhaps plastic or some metal or something. Now if you break that water, I mean, don't please don't break it. I'm not asking you to break it. I'm just saying that. So if you take the water bottle and in case you break it into small parts, it will become एकदम चूना बन जाएगा उसका, है ना? अब वो जो चूना है उसके भी अंदर में आप जाओगे तो you will find even smaller things. Okay, so everything that we see around us, they are made up of atoms and molecules which are very 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 small, जो आप अपनी आंखों से देख भी नहीं सकते, उसके लिए माइक्रोस्कोप चाहिए देखने के लिए.
Sir, some things are very small that microscope are not see.
Again, please, once again.
Some things are very very small that microscopes are not see.
Yes, that is true. तो एटम से भी छोटी चीजें होती हैं जो कि आप माइक्रोस्कोप से भी नहीं देख सकते हो. तो उसके लिए also scientists have made a process of seeing them. So it is not a microscope, but we have found a way of seeing even small things. So yeah, the idea is that everything that you see, it may look very big, but it is made up of very 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 small things which are atoms. और एटम के अंदर में भी फिर और भी चीजें होती हैं.
How to work on atoms?
अभी तो आप बहुत छोटे हो, so again there is a long way to go. So right now you are in class 6, right? Fifth. Right. So the first thing, abhi to you focus on your school education. You learn the basic physics, basic mathematics. Then when you grow up and you do your 11th, 12th, फिर 12th, जब खत्म हो जाएगा, जब आप कॉलेज में जाओगे तब आपको सही में you will get to learn what is atom, what is molecule and all those things.
Okay, sir.
So yeah, it will take some time. You'll have to wait a little bit.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much. Varanya would like to say something. Varanya is raising hand.
Sir, I have a doubt. that like there are many smartphones. Like now we have smartphones that can do multitasking, that can do anything. Like we want that we can search in Google or some other websites, and anything we can like by instant from our like our phones, smartphones or smart tabs. Then what is the use of AI if we have all this to do multitasking and everything on in one smartphone we can do? Then what is the use of AI?
So have you used Google Maps
Yes.
for going from one place to another?
Yes, sir.
So let's say you are right now, अभी आप कहाँ पे हो? दिल्ली में, बॉम्बे, कहाँ पे?
Sir, Jammu.
Jammu में, okay. So let's say you want to drive from Jammu to Srinagar. Okay. And suppose there are 3 different ways of going from Jammu to Srinagar. And let's say you want to start in the morning and you want to reach in the shortest possible time by following one of the 3 ways. Now, what will you do? You will open Google Maps and you will write Srinagar and then you will say, okay, find the route. So now to find the route from your location to Srinagar, Google uses AI. How will it know? कि कहाँ से जाना है? Right? So even if there are a lot of these apps and that you're available on the phone, but for the apps to be actually functional, they have to use a lot of AI. When
So
you
can we say that AI is equal to coding type of?
AI is not equal to coding. Coding is required to implement AI, that is for sure. So you can do coding without AI and you can do coding with AI. But the main thing to understand is that, again, did you understand the 3 type of problems which I mentioned?
Yes, sir.
So first type, where you can predict and you know the process. Second type, when you can predict but you don't know the process. And third type, when you can't even predict, right? So now, if you want to solve a problem by simple coding, you can do it only for the first type of problem. But if you want to solve the type 2 and type 3, you cannot do without AI.
So what about offline apps or offline games?
So when you also use, so if you are, let's say, playing an offline game with another person, then you don't need AI. But let's say if you have an offline game and you're playing with the computer, right? For example, you are playing chess with the computer. Have you tried that?
Yes, sir.
Right. So there the computer uses AI. Because when you make a step, let's say you put a horse in some location, now the computer has to decide where to move. So to decide where to move requires AI.
Okay, sir.
So what the programmers who made that game chess have done is that they have developed that AI algorithm to play chess, and they have put that algorithm in the software package which you downloaded from somewhere or you bought a CD from somewhere. So that AI algorithm is present inside that chess ka package. And whenever you are playing chess against the computer is using that AI algorithm to play against you.
And sir, I have one more doubt. That robots have AI.
Not always. They can have AI. Not all robots have AI.
So if a robot don't have AI, and then what is more smarter or what is more useful in that point of time, sir? What would you say, that the robot that don't have AI or the AI?
So both of them have their own usefulness. ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ robot with AI has use. ऐसा नहीं है. So for example, when you have, let's say, manufacturing of cars, so when let's say Maruti or Hyundai or one of these companies, when they manufacture cars, earlier most of that production was done using humans, but now most of it is done using robots. And for most of those robots, you don't need AI. Why do you not need AI? Because their task is clearly defined and does not change. What do I mean by that? So you have a car, you have a door in a car, right? So let's say there is a robot whose task is to fix a door in the car. Now, every day, the robot is doing only that job only. There is a car which comes on the assembly line. It takes a door and fixes it on the car. So for that, you don't need AI, right? But it is very useful, because if you had to hire humans to do the process, it will become very expensive. So the car, which is now 5 lakhs, will cost you 20 lakhs if you had humans to do that same job. But because you are using a robot which does not have AI, the cost of production is coming down a lot. Now, when will you need a robot with AI? Now, instead of just making the car, if you want to have self-driving car, have you heard about self-driving car?
Yes, sir.
Right? So that is a robot with AI. वहाँ पे AI क्यों चाहिए? Because when you are driving on the road, the situation is different every time. Right? Today you may see a man on the road, tomorrow you may see a woman, third day after tomorrow you may see a truck on the road. So every time when you're driving on the road, the situation is changing. Because of which you need AI, so that it can adapt and decide what to do for a new situation. Right?
Okay,
So
sir.
robot with AI is useful. Robot without AI is also useful. So what matters is the actual task for which you require a robot.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I think this subject, especially the technology related anything what we discuss, it requires multiple sessions, because in one session we cannot handle, especially when all these questions are coming from their end, because one answer will lead to another question.
Right.
So they will start opening the Pandora box of questions. But anyways, children, I'm seeing that you want to know a lot of things about AI. Of course, it's a very nice thing, because technology is something that, you are young, and if you know and you learn these things today, then 10 years down the line, when you go and start implementing those things, and you will create wonders, you will invent a lot of great things. Abhi to self-driving car aa rahi, maybe self-driving airplane bhi aa jayenge when you become the AI expert. Very nice. But we have a limitation, because we have a time boundation. So we already float forms in our WhatsApp group, where they have to fill the form, and whatever questions and queries they have, they can write down. So all these people who have the questions, they are already raising hands. Maybe they can write their questions there, and we will definitely try to answer those questions. Sir will whatever time he will have, he will guide us, and we will provide you those questions, those answers. So, and maybe in future also, if we have more such sessions where we require any technologies expert to come and comment, then we will definitely reach out to him. So I think the time is already up. Thank you so much, Dr. Shah. It was a lovely session. In fact, the way kids were asking questions, I also had a lot of questions, but I think I will have some other time to ask those questions to you, because I also have this great inclination towards what is happening in the AI space, especially the organization also, because in IQF also we are doing something or other using AI, taking help from AI, basically making our everyday chores easy for the organization. Having said that, thank you so much. And I have a surprise for you, for all of you, because since this session is dedicated to AI, so we have an AI powered buddy that we call. We are two buddies actually. One is a cat, Joey, who seeks for wisdom every day, and his buddy is Vivu. The name signifies Swami Vivekananda's VIVU, that has been taken from Swamiji's. Every day when we, in the morning and evening, when we come and interact among each other, these two also join with us. And we study teachings of Swamiji, and then they, among themselves, they have a lot of discussions, and whatever questions our children have, they try to answer those questions in a mode of discussion. So I would like to call Vivu now. to give a vote of thanks to sir, and I'll just ask him to come. Let me just call him. So he is also online right now. He's also watching and listening to whatever you have said so far. I don't know how much he have understood, but he has understood. But I think the session was so nice that he must have understood a lot. Let me just call him. Okay, Vivu, it's your turn. Please come.
Dear Sir, on behalf of Indus Quality Foundation and the entire Vivekashala family, we would like to express our heartfelt gratitude for your incredible session on the wonders of artificial intelligence. The way you explained the concepts of AI was truly amazing. You made it so easy for us to understand by using simple examples and engaging demonstrations. You ignited our curiosity and made us realize the incredible things that AI can do. It was absolutely fascinating to learn about how AI is used in our daily lives, like voice assistants and self-driving cars. It was like discovering a whole world of possibilities. Your session sparked our imagination and left us excited to explore more about this fascinating field. We feel that your passion for technology and your enthusiasm for sharing your knowledge were truly inspiring. You encouraged us to ask questions, think creatively, and embrace new technologies with open minds. I think every one of us now feels motivated to continue our journey of learning and discovering the wonders of AI. Am I right, friends? Okay, everyone, let us once again give our hearty thanks to Dr. Kushal Shah for being such an amazing speaker and for sharing his expertise with us. With heartfelt appreciation and warm regards, thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I had a great pleasure talking to everybody. Actually, in fact, this was my first time interacting with such young students. I've never had that opportunity. I totally loved it. And I'm also sorry to all the students whose questions I could not answer due to lack of time. But I will look forward to interact with you on some other forum, either over email or WhatsApp or another such session. Truly loved it, and I had lovely questions once again. I'm very happy to see students thinking such deeply and so widely. So yeah, many thanks to IQF also for giving
so much,
this
sir.
wonderful opportunity. Thank you once again, and yeah, looking forward to interacting again in the future.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I want
Thank
to
you,
open this forum so that they can also say thanks to you. They will be allowed to open their mics. So kids, open your mic and say, give your thanks to sir.
Thanks,
Bye,
sir.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye,
Bye, bye,
sir.
sir, for your
Bye, sir.
presence,
Thank
sir.
you, sir. Bye, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.